y'all come with us to the Shisha Lounge and Turks and Caicos. So this is one of the spots on TikTok that was a must to go to when you get to Turks and Caicos. And I just want to give y'all our experience because a lot of times on TikTok they'll be giving you the truth about it. So I've been reviewing it and researching it the entire time. So I finally reached out to them via WhatsApp because that's the way that they communicate. If you go on their page, it'll show you how to get in contact with them. So when I reached out to them, they told us the prices. So as you see above on the screen, for 13 people, it was $1,652. So that's kind of like, okay, that's almost $2,000 for you to get 3 bottles and 4 hookahs. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna just talk to everybody, see if they want to do it or not, because that'll be a little over $100 for each person. So we end up deciding on going ahead and getting a section. So we're like, okay, we're going to have a good time. Everything will be good. So when we got there around almost 1 o'clock. And as soon as we sat down, it was already a section that probably could only sit, I'll say maybe like 5 to 6 people comfortably. So we like, man, we just paid a whole almost $2,000. Like, where's the rest of the seating at? So when I talked to the bartender or the bottle girl that was coming around, she was like, oh, it's just like when you're in the States, they give you a section, and if you can't fit in it, then the other people have to stand up. So I'm like, oh no, so I'm like, hey, just bring your manager out. So when she went to get the manager, they moved us over to a section that was able to accommodate everybody, which was cool. So literally, y'all, as soon as we sat down, I'll say 5 minutes in, it starts to rain. So as you see in the videos, if you ever follow them, it's an open space. So here we are now. We're like, okay, like, what's going to happen? So as the old folks say, I should have followed my first mind, because during this time, I asked them specifically, hey, what happens if it rains? Like, how are we accommodated? And they stated that you would get priority in the inside. So when it starts to rain, like, they literally bounce us around, and we have to move 3 different times. And then at that point, we already wet, like literally soaking wet. They put us in a room that could have been a closet. And so now we're finally in the area to where we're about to sit at. But we've been through so many changes, it's kind of like the mood is thrown off at this point. Another thing was they did not have all the liquor that was on the VIP special. One of the ones that we wanted was Crown Royal, and they did not have that. So there was another thing that was just too much. It was just kind of unorganized for the amount of money that we spent to be accommodated. So honestly, after all the reviews that I saw you guys give, I feel like that was one of the highlights, but sometimes people have bad experiences and they don't talk about it. So our experience, I would really say it was about a 5 out of 10. Just because when the circumstances did happen, they didn't try to accommodate us and make sure that we was okay. And we spent like $2,000. So that's an issue. So I feel like the customer service was lacking, and they did not prioritize us like they said that they would, and did not have a plan for if it did rain. Because on the weather apps, you can see when it's raining. So as management, they should have been looking into that. So I definitely feel like there's some room for improvement that they need to do. On another note, after self-reflecting, I did realize that you cannot let anybody mess up your day or your time that you're going to have, regardless of how they feel or regardless of the situation that's at hand. You make the best of it, because after I review, and look back at some of the videos, it was people that was on the side of us, and they were literally dancing in the rain. So it's up to you to make your situation the best, regardless of what you're going through. So that's a little note and a little gem that I learned from this situation. So I'm about to show you guys the footage, and my advice, if you are going to book a VIP section, do not do it until you actually get there and get a vibe for exactly what's going on, so you don't end up in a position that we did. I'm going to show you some of the footage that we had, and overall it was a vibe because I was there with my friends, but they didn't do us right. Bye. Love you later. Mwah. Good shit, mom straight shit, but now I'm feeling good.
Content coordinator, come on, content coordinator. Come on, Lance.